What's happening, boxing world, fight fanatics, and casual fans? I am your host, Nice, and welcome back to the Fight Room. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, make sure you do for the latest boxing news, feedback, and entertainment. Now, I'm bringing you today Oscar Valdez versus Miguel Berchelt, a future matchup at the 130-pound division for the WBC title. Now, we all been waiting for this fight at the 130-pound. We've been hearing about it, and due to the COVID-19 situation, it put a stop to it. Oscar Valdez has stated, due to the COVID-19, this fight wasn't made and it was stopped. And now they got fights coming up, both fighters at that, has fights coming up with different opponents. Now, the former featherweight titleist from Sonora, Mexico, now campaigning at 130 pounds, is due to a headline July 21st in the edition of Top Rank Boxing on ESPN platform live. And of course, there will not be any fans in attendance, and it will be at the MGM Grand Conference Center in Las Vegas. So we all heard that he will be facing Puerto Rico's own Jason Velez, a pretty good fighter that has been coming up short recently with a lot of his fights, man. And the guy is a pretty good fighter. His last bout, he came up short and, it was a split decision. He lost to a guy by the name of Jamie Arabaleta. Jamie Arabaleta, a young prospect supposedly coming up with 16 wins, 1 defeat, and 13 by knockout. It was a pretty good fight. It was on the undercard of Gary Russell Jr. and Nayambayar. And, Velez was losing the fight, and he was coming back at the last 4 or 5 rounds and did quite well, but it was just too late for him, almost stopping Jamie. So, he's a good fighter overall, not great, but, he can bang and give you some competition in there and, give you a good fight. 29 wins, 6 defeats, 21 by knockout. So yeah, he has 6 defeats, and he came up short with a few fighters, and he's gotten robbed once or twice, of course. But it is what it is. He's trying to pull himself back and see if he can get a title shot. He has one if he can pull off the win against Oscar Valdez, of course. But on the other note, Miguel Berchelt is also having a fight coming up on June 27th against a challenger by the name of Elizar Valenzuela. From Mexico. It will be in Mexico City, Saturday, June 27th. Now, I want to state what Valdez has said in an interview with Christina Poncher from Top Rank, ring journalist and analysis, and this is what he had to say concerning Berchelt. We only have one fight in our mind, which is Alacran Berchelt. I'm the mandatory challenger. It's a mandatory fight. There was rumors it was going to be May 9th, so I was already back in San Diego in training for May 9th. Then we got news that they gave the fight to Jose Ramirez and Victor Postul, but we just continued training. Then we started hearing the news that the coronavirus was growing and these fights were being canceled, but we're already thinking about Alacran Berchelt for sure, and that was Oscar Valdez. So now they are coming back to back, actually, June 27th for Miguel Berchelt and July 21st for Oscar Valdez. So I know that the winner of these fights, if Miguel Berchelt beats Valenzuela, and if Oscar Valdez, of course, beats Jason Velez, then of course they're going to fight and meet each other for the title, I believe so. And that's what I believe Top Rank and Bob Arum is pushing for. But, it's a dangerous fight, I guess. I believe it can be a pretty dangerous fight for Oscar Valdez with Velez, because he's, he can come back and he packs a little bit of punch, and he has a ton of heart, and he likes to move forward. And he doesn't give up, though, so. But honestly, of course, Valdez overall is the better fighter, and I believe that he will pull the victory come July 21st. Now, concerning Miguel Berchelt, the guy that he's going to fight, Venezuela, I do not know nothing about him, never seen it before, but I know for sure that Oscar Valdez has the better opposition come fight night. Venezuela has a couple of losses. I believe it's like 11 or 13 losses. Not a great opponent for Miguel Berchelt. So, I guess they're trying to make it easy for the both of them to, get these opponents out of there so they can match each other come probably, the ending of this year, maybe the beginning of next year. Jason Velez is a good fighter though, he's not great at all. He has fallen short 6 times, but he's a fighter, a better opposition for sure, compared to what Miguel Berchelt is facing June 27th. Now, bringing in Miguel Berchelt, he had an interview with Lupes Contreras, a top-ranked Incorporated spokesman and ring announcer, and this is what he stated concerning Oscar Valdez. I believe Oscar is a great fighter. I respect him a lot, but now we must face each other. I think Eddie Reynoso has come to add a lot of good things to his corner. He has also done a good job with Canelo and Ryan Garcia. Now he is doing it with Oscar Valdez. It is an excellent team, but on my side, I'm the champion, and I also have a great trainer in Alfredo Garavelo. I think it will be a great fight between Mexican fighters and Mexican trainers. Miguel Berchelt. So, they both are wanting this fight. Miguel Berchelt has been talking about it. He wants to face him, and of course Oscar Valdez as well. And great fight to be made. Great fight to be made at 130. Shakur Stevenson went up to 130 recently, and they're talking about that too, with him fighting maybe Miguel Berchelt for the WBC title already. So they're talking. This 130-pound division is quite good as well. It's gonna get good. It's gonna get better. But moving on to what I'm saying concerning these two gentlemen, Oscar Valdez and Miguel Berchelt, great fight to be made. Overall, I think that Miguel Berchelt is just too big and too strong for Oscar Valdez. Oscar Valdez only had that one fight at the 130-pound division recently, and it was with Adam Lopez. And Adam Lopez dropped him, I believe was I forgot what round it was, but he got dropped. And Lopez is not a big, strong fighter. So you can just imagine what Miguel Berchelt, a strong, powerful hitter with both hands, packs power in both hands, good combination puncher. He's, quite dangerous for Oscar Valdez at this moment. And it's a dangerous fight. It's a dangerous fight for Oscar Valdez to take after this bout. If he beats Velez, hopefully he does, and hopefully he looks strong. Hopefully he can, win by knockout, and hopefully they can make this fight happen. Miguel Berchelt, too strong, too big, and too dangerous for Oscar Valdez. Not taking nothing away from Valdez, man. Valdez is a good fighter, man. Good combination puncher. But the thing with Oscar Valdez, he likes to move forward in every fight and leaves himself vulnerable for the counter punching. He leaves his defense out the window a lot of times during his fights, and he likes to move forward. And with Scott Quiggs, he got his jaw broke. So he fights dangerous. He has a lot of heart, but just leaves himself open. And with Miguel Berchelt, you just can't do that. Not at all. Too dangerous. So overall, man, great fight to be made. Hopefully this will come this year. Y'all already know it is your boy Nice. Like, comment, subscribe. Most of all, don't forget, share the fight room.